What do you know about sat-navs?
Well, this one's really old.
Yeah, it is. You're right. It is old.
It's older than me.
It is. I mean, it's, well, I don't want to
This
say
is
it's
what my
old.
dad used to get around to do with
Well,
British Gas.
this is the exact same one they use on the driving test. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's TomTom Smart 52. Start 52, I think. Yeah, so you understand it's a navigation and it's telling you where to go.
Yeah.
Yeah? What else does it tell you?
Your time of arrival.
Good. It gives you that, doesn't it?
How many
Estimator.
miles you're doing.
Yeah, yeah. It tells you the distance that you've got to cover. What else does it tell you?
Petrol stations.
Yeah, good. Yeah, yeah. Points of interest. Yeah. What's the top bit telling you?
To turn right in 240 yards.
That's it. Good. So how far is 240 yards?
The end of that road there.
So do you know the difference between yards and meters?
No.
No. There's only 10% difference.
Okay.
Yeah. So obviously you at school you learn metric, don't you? You learn meters rather than yardage.
Meters. Yeah.
And obviously with driving we've still got the imperial measurement. So in driving terms, I wouldn't worry about it because it's only 10% difference. Yes, it doesn't really make any difference.
Yeah.
So the best thing I can say to you is that learner car down there is probably about 130 yards.
Okay.
100 yards is roughly the size of a football pitch.
Really?
So that's all you got to think about. So if the sat nav says to you in 500 yards, turn left, yeah, just say to yourself, well, that's in 5 football pitches time.
Okay.
Yeah. And if you think about it, if the sat nav said to you at the roundabout in 500 yards, turn left, would you start doing your mirrors at that point? If you was 5 football pitches away from the hazard?
Yeah.
Would you?
No.
No? Because think about it, if that's only 2.5 football pitches down to the bottom of the road, how far's 5 football pitches? Right at the top of that 3 in it. So that'd be too early to do the mirrors, would you agree? So when do you think's the right time to check the mirrors?
1.5.
Depends, doesn't it? Depends on what you're doing. It depends on what speed you're approaching the hazard. So what are you doing to the car before you look in the mirrors as you're coming into the hazard?
Slowing speed.
That's it. That's exactly when you look in your mirrors. So you've been used to me telling you at the roundabout turn left, at the roundabout turn right, or at the end of the road turn left, or take the next road on the left.
Yeah.
And usually what's happened is, as we've been doing that, I've been telling you exactly the time I want you to look in your mirrors.
Yeah.
But now you're using SatNav, it's going to give you random times. So you've got to take responsibility to check your mirrors before you slow down. Okay. And what I mean by slow down is basically before you take your foot off the gas pedal, not when you brake.
Okay.
Because once you take your foot off the gas pedal, what happens to the car?
It stalls.
No, if you take your foot off the gas, what does it do?
Slows down.
Slows down. Yeah, so you want to look in there before you take your foot off the gas.
Okay.
Yeah, so you want to know who's behind you before you come off the gas, then you can do your signal if it's needed. Okay. If you're going straight on and around about, you won't need a signal. Yeah?
Yeah.
So that's that part of it, okay? So what I want you to do is, when you're dealing with the sat-nav, is don't look at the whole picture.
Yeah.
Try to focus more on this top bit, because that tells you your next instruction.
Okay.
Yeah. And also listen for what she says, because she might say to you, at the end of the road, turn right, and at the roundabout, turn left. So there's a bit of pre-planning.
Yeah.
You'll probably find it easier. Most learners find it easier to follow the sat-nav than wait for my instructions. Because what I've been doing when I've been doing the instructions, I've been doing it at the point where I want you to check your mirrors.
Yeah.
And sometimes you're coming into a hazard and you go, I wonder where we're going. Yeah. And that happens quite often. And that's why a lot of learners find the sat-nav more interesting or easier to use, because of that they can see what they're going to be doing next.
Okay.
Now, what's important when you're using the sat-nav is that you don't stare at it. Yeah, because what will happen if you stare at it? What could potentially happen if you stare at it?
I know that I'd start turning
so you'll start moving, yeah, because wherever your eyes are, your hands are going to follow, aren't they? So what you're doing is the same as when you're checking your speed. 1 second look ahead again. If you need another look, a verification, have a look again. Yeah, do you see what I mean? So just keep your eyes rocking backwards and forwards, like your roundabouts. Yeah. Like everything you're doing in driving. Don't fixate your eyes in one position. Happy with that?
Yeah.
Good. Now you might get a little bit, if you do look at the rest of the picture, sometimes you're going to see blue lines all over the place, only because this route goes back on itself.
Okay.
Yeah, so don't worry about that too much. Just focus on this bit here. Yeah, in 240 yards, you're turning right. Yeah. Okay, so drive on when you're ready.
This is a 70.
You got it. Yeah, but we can't rely on the speed limit on the sat nav.
No, because it's outdated.
Yes, but it's correct. This one's correct. Most 90% of the time, it's going to be correct. But don't rely on it. Always rely on road traffic signs.
Yeah.